Ready?
Post-mortality gamer technarchy.
Hello
Not
and
really.
welcome to the gay sex stream where we have gay sex live on camera. Here with me today is famous YouTuber Will Smith, who also has had plenty of gay sex with one David Hasselhoff on camera. Many people don't know that this was the case. There's actually a sex tape published in 1923 of Will Smith and David Hasselhoff, who traveled back in time to actually attempt to fuck Franklin D. Roosevelt, who it turns out was at the time underage, so that was a bit of a problem. So they couldn't do that, but they still made their own sex tape, and it's an important part of history.
I like how when you launch the live stream, because I set a reminder, I had like 5 different devices just beep at me just now.
See, that's what a dedicated fan looks like. Also, was the sex tape published on VHS or DVD?
It was published on vinyl record.
Oh fuck!
Nice.
like for that true audio quality, of course.
Yeah, man. Actually, this is... I wanted to go to fucking Krav Maga today because I found out they had it at uni now. And I wanted to go last week, but it says on the website that I can't go if I don't have ball protectors. So I run around the whole town, like 5 different sporting goods stores, and they're all like, nah, we ain't got none of that. Because people always order them online, and then I'm like, oh, what do you think I'm gonna do now? Because none of you fucking had that shit, you dumb motherfuckers.
Hey,
That's how I'm with local business here. It's like, oh, you don't have the thing I want. Okay, instead of ordering from you and waiting 2 fucking weeks to get it, I'll just order from Amazon and get it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you. Yeah, it's like
And then
Yeah.
I wanted to go today, but tonight I go to sleep at 2, like a normal person. Then at like 3:30, like after like 2 REM cycles, it's boom. You are now awake for literally no reason. And then I was awake until like 7 or something.
shit.
When it came over here, is my right butt cheek is just intense pain. It's just the
Yeah.
muscle is sort of tensed up. I don't know why my right butt cheek, of all the butt cheeks that I have, but it is that specific one. Every time like I go out walking, it's a pain that goes like right into the fucking hip, sometimes down the leg, sometimes up into my tooth.
oh
That
god.
sounds if it goes up to your teeth, that sounds like a nerve problem rather than a actual pain problem.
It's not.
Yeah, well, that's funny to me because like, what was it back before Thanksgiving? Sorry, I'm American,
Wow.
but before Thanksgiving, like, I had gotten really drunk one night and I had ordered pizza, and when the pizza guy showed up, I was so excited that he showed up that I ran down the stairs and fell down the stairs, and my right ass cheek was sore for like 3 days.
I feel like that's a completely appropriate reaction to the pizza guy being there, frankly.
Yeah, honestly. Honestly.
Well, I mean, he had pizza, so of
I
course.
basically had the same reaction today, and I did not drink. So
And so then at like 7, I watched a couple episodes of Modern Family, just got fucking relaxed as shit. It wasn't even like anything keeping me up. It was just I woke up and the circus was in town. It's like, oh, I wonder if Nasser would have joined the Arab League if he hadn't kicked out the Salafi extremists from Egypt. And wait, actually, didn't he found the Arab League? And what even is the Arab League? Why do we not know? Why do I not know what the Arab League is? I should probably look that up on Wikipedia. You know how on Wikipedia they all have these It's just the worst fucking shit. It
I
just
mean, I got taught.
vapidity.
God,
Fuck
whoever it
died in
is.
your neighborhood burger.
But
What
yeah.
the fuck is happening?
That was Freestalker. That wasn't me.
Oh,
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
ambulance passing right by me on the road. Sorry about that.
Why the
yeah.
fuck?
I was about to say, why the fuck is there American ambulance in in Germany. They
No, I
just won't-
got one of them, and so I
Fair
could ride expensively.
Amazing. But yeah,
Kiel Canal is the most pointless thing ever.
And so I go to bed at 7, right? Kiel Canal is the biggest shipping canal in the fucking world, you monster.
Suez, Panama.
yeah, exactly.
No,
Say
but it's
I think it
by
might
some,
not be correct.
by
right
some
there.
metric, it is the biggest canal. Let's see, Kiel Canal. Okay, I should probably yes.
Just go fucking round.
Freshwater canal.
It might be the biggest freshwater canal.
An average of 250 nautical miles are saved by using the Kiel Canal instead of going around the Jutland Peninsula. This
what
not
about
only
Suez?
save times, but also avoid
Wow.
storm-prone seas and having to pass through the Sound or belts. There was something about it being the biggest something about something.
Might be the biggest not saltwater canal.
Which is-
Oh
It-
yeah,
it
it's yeah. I actually
The
we have
Kiel
the
Canal just seems like Germans were jealous of the Americans and British canals.
no. We just want to go around Denmark. We have this. We have the only, and therefore biggest, 3-segmented drawbridge in Kiel. It's the reason that it's the
Imagine
only one. It's because
how
it's a dumb
like,
design. Why would you
Imagine
do
Yeah,
that?
how
it
the
not
fuck
being
does a
geographical, but
3-segment-
like just because you don't want to go through Denmark, it's like fuck the Danes, man. Like,
I mean, that's the reason we built the Erie canals, because we didn't want to sail our cargo through Canada.
And so like I go to sleep at like 7. Slowly I fall asleep. Like I relax, fall into the hole of being asleep. Suddenly a fucking friend texts me. So I actually fell asleep at like 8:30 or some shit. Oh, goddamn. Fucking shit. Yeah.
Nah.
But, yeah.
No,
There's
man, you
something
gotta be
about
like me.
this-
You gotta go to bed at 9:30 because you're tired as shit for some reason, and then wake up at like 9:30 the next day.
You know, I really kind of wish my town was more suited for people who live and work at night, because the only places that are really open at night in my town are McDonald's and Walmart. So it's like I can get chicken nuggets and a gun, but I can't go to Best Buy and buy an iPhone.
Dude, that implies leaving the house, though. You see.
True.
Man, you think you guys got it bad. I work at 4 in the morning.
Congrats.
Actually, someone
yeah,
asked
that's
what I
pretty
think
bad,
about the
to be fair.
YouTube Rewind. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually do a video on that tomorrow.
wait, there was
Oh,
another
wait,
one.
The YouTube Rewind's already out?
Yeah.
I thought it was
yesterday. I posted it in the VIP back room like a half hour ago. It's really different from 2018. It's like
It's-
literally there's like no production to it. They just literally took a ton of videos from YouTubers and just built it around
it
that.
together.
It's the
Yeah.
epitome of boring.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's the epitome of low effort.
But at least
I love
they
how they-
tried. At
Yeah,
least
at least
they
it was. At
tried
least
to.
it wasn't fucking
Yeah.
last year's.
I
It was
mean,
all
I
fucking
mean,
corporate
they
and shit.
they acknowledge that PewDiePie is a powerhouse several
Yeah, it's like
times.
all of the most popular videos they talk about, but it's also like.
Yeah, it's like
Uh.
they acknowledge like they acknowledge like Kyrgyzstan and Mr. Beast and PewDiePie and T Series and all that, and they acknowledge that the Rewind 2018 was complete fucking garbage.
At least there's that. I guess they tried to be less corporate for once.
Yeah,
They
I mean, no,
listen
it's,
to
I feel like
people.
they're more corporate by just not saying anything, but I also feel like that you can't just have rewinds anymore. I don't. The magic
Yeah.
rewinds of like 2011 and shit.
Well, it's the simple
good
fact
years,
is
it's
YouTube
over.
I
isn't
think
about
that
people
peak-
anymore. It's about corporations.
Yeah, I think that peak rewind was like 2000. What was the one with in 2014 or something like that? can't remember. Maybe it was me just being a
Memes
stupid
have
kid
become
like
too
that.
ironic. Like, you can't. And back then, you could still, like, do memes in the
Memes are
rewind, and
over,
people
yeah.
would remember, oh, this was
Yeah.
a meme that we had earlier this year. But if you do that in, like, 2019,
like-
that's so cringe, man. That week went out of fashion, like, 2 days ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
it
can't do
lasts
that
like
anymore.
2
out
days.
of fashion because politicians started using them.
Fuck. Oh
These
yeah,
are just
shit.
too
I saw
political these
I saw
days.
fucking
that
Ted
was-
Cruz do one. Fucking,
Uh,
and not fuck it up.
that was the most
That's the scary
Chad
thing.
thing I have ever seen Ted Cruz do. I mean, what the fuck, dude? How are you?
Dude,
how
remember
are
at a
you
rally
this
when
much?
someone held up a picture of that dude from The Office next to Ted Cruz's face and
Yeah.
showed him that shit at a rally?
Yeah, same person. He just looked at it and hung his head. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, and that's why I didn't go to Krav Maga today. That's basically the moral of that story. Even though I fucking paid for it. I mean, it's like I pay $18 a semester. It's not that much money, but it's still kind of irritating that I can't go. Maybe I can go next week. Then I won't have like Fast Food Thursday afterwards. That's gonna be hell when I go to like Krav Maga and then come back and I'm just
get kicked to shit.
yeah, I'm just knackered, completely destroyed. It's late at night. Like, hey, let's entertain some people. But it
Hey, that's
only
why-
Well, I
happens
guess-
on Tuesday.
Isn't that why?
I guess in that case, that for once, Germany can blame the Jews.
Hey.
That was a legitimate sound.
Yeah. Wasn't computer generated, you mean?
Yes, that is exact. What is this? Oh, sorry,
Because
Jamie,
you totally are
Jamie
not an
Foxx is
AI.
a furry? What?
What the fuck?
Wait, furries? What?
No, this isn't. This isn't Jamie Foxx being. I'm gonna post a tweet real quick to the chat. This doesn't say Jamie Foxx is a furry, right? That's not what's happening.
Okay, it says.
No, I think it was like a fucking. It's a costume for like. I don't
Yeah,
fucking know,
'cause-
for a
yeah, 'cause
play or some
it-
shit like that.
Like, if you're gonna do it for Sona with a fursuit, then you're not gonna do it on stage. You're gonna do it like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be way more personal than that.
Huh.
Oh
Yeah.
no, they're saying, "Oh, is the Masked Singer, which was the guy wearing the suit, Jamie Foxx?" But to be fair, that doesn't mean that he's a furry because it was for a show or some
What
shit.
is the Masked Singer?
I have no idea. That's the Twitter that
I
So
feel,
it's
I
probably-
just feel so old these days. It's like most. I watched the rewind. Literally the only two things that I recognized was like Minecraft and the Billie Eilish song. And that's the two things that I like knew anything about. There were some things that I had heard of, and some
Well,
things
it's
that I
because we
remember
are all-
caring about at
song,
some point
what?
in the past.
That's it.
It's like, oh, this is KSI. I don't know. He was a gaming YouTuber or something. Ah, yes, David Dobrik. Somebody mentioned him in a conversation I had recently. That's
Wait, was it KSI or the other dude who got found dead? I forget.
I'm pretty sure KSI is still alive.
Like, you guys know what I'm talking about, though, right? That YouTuber that went missing for like a couple of days and then he got found dead
Fucking
somewhere.
idea what you're talking
Etika.
about.
I have no fucking clue what the fuck.
Etika.
Right, Etika. That was who ended up being found dead.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Yeah,
Can
well,
you
I mean,
please
Etika-
explain this to me? I
Okay,
had
so
not heard
there's this
about this.
YouTuber. There's this YouTuber who had a serious history with mental health. Where I think he was like legit schizophrenic. Don't quote me on that because I don't know. But he has threatened suicide multiple times, and just this year, before committing suicide, he was like standing outside of his room in the middle of New York on like the 5th floor or something like that, and they got him back in, and then one day he just disappears, no one knows where he is, and everyone's going like, "Shit, did he commit suicide? Did he commit suicide?" And they ended up finding him in one of the New York rivers.
How the fuck do I care about
That
Denmark?
is pretty dark, but it was
Yeah.
also kind of bound to happen at some point. Speaking
Well-
of suicides,
You planning one?
I have a funny thing. I have a funny meme.
Okay.
That I'm gonna post now.
Are we going to post more cop boomer shit?
Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smell. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Oh yeah. Jeffrey Epstein didn't
Brilliant.
kill himself. Oh yeah.
This
Oh,
is my
man,
favorite thing in the world right now.
What, the Donkey Kong remixes?
No. I mean that one particular. I mean, is Donkey Kong remixes a meme now?
I mean,
Yeah.
it has been since Donkey Kong, since
Okay,
the
yeah,
internet
okay,
has existed
okay.
and Donkey Kong rap existed.
All the commotion. This fucking song, dude.
I really fucking hate the track for that video is copyrighted. I really hate that.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Yeah, but I mean, like it was bound to happen at some point that like a big YouTuber commits suicide very, very publicly. And it's you know, fucking.
It always was going to be Etika as well, because he was quite mentally ill and never and went various times to like try to get therapy. Like people pushed him to get therapy, but he never stayed in it and shit like that.
I'm gonna try and Google this. Etika. Okay. Yeah. No, I remember this. Desmond Daniel Lamofoa, better known by his online alias Etika, was an American YouTuber, streamer, and model. He's best known for his over-the-top reactions to Nintendo Direct presentations.
Yes.
Following several months which involved Lamofoa exhibiting signs of mental illness, as well as threatening suicide on multiple occasions, he disappeared on the evening of June 19th. Oh, this has been a while. After uploading an apologetic... Oh, this was when I was suicidal, too. After uploading an apologetic... No, actually, that was... I don't know. Apologetic video in which he admitted to being mentally ill and suicidal. Murphy's body was discovered in the East River on June 24th by the NYPD after it was believed he jumped from the Manhattan Bridge. Damn.
Yep.
Damn, boy.
How many pieces?
I mean...
One, apparently.
Drowning usually doesn't really,
0 out
like...
of 10 suicide.
Yeah, but the bridge is quite tall. So usually it's not the drowning that kills you.
Yeah, for him it was.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I respect to be that indestructible, I suppose. Ah, fuck. Yeah, damn.
Well, Berg, if it was around the same time you were depressed, all I gotta say, 2 may enter, 1 may leave.
Damn, dude.
Also, I'm just gonna leave that there just for you.
What is this shit, dude? What the fuck? A Devil Chef health tip. Celery, nature's toothbrush for your colon.
You know, it's all the fiber that they're talking about. The
I like,
problem is
I
how
like
they
that they
framed it.
specify this. It's the toothbrush, but for your colon. To clean the teeth that are in your asshole.
Of course.
Could you imagine having, like, teeth in your fucking asshole?
Yeah, have you ever heard of vagina dentata?
No,
Jesus,
no,
it's
no,
like
no.
that one
heard of that,
movie.
And I hate it.
Isn't that a Dark Souls boss?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, damn. Fuck, now I'm... This shit. Guy killed himself in the head.
Fuck. Yeah.
With Imposter.
Any different from signing up for the military, though?
Well, it's
Well,
significantly different from signing
yeah.
up for the military.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? If you sign up for the military, at least you can die for the emperor.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate just this
Just gonna
fucking
keep
design
posting
scheme.
shit. At this point, I'm gonna just start posting shit.
And, like, I hate it when they have companies have like red and then just 3 letters that's their fucking logo on it, that the letters are white, because I always think it's the EFF posting something interesting, but it never is. Yeah, I just want to confirm that that's something that I'm bothered by. Inform you all about this very important situation. What the fuck is this? Did he actually do this?
I have no idea.
Because that doesn't seem like something that would happen. But I
I
don't
have
know
no
anymore.
idea. And look at the URL. So I'm very not sure.
Okay, I have to fact check this. Pope wears this cannot be real. Anime costume.
To be fair, it is the current Pope.
Okay, this is on Mothership Reset Era. I'm sorry, this is on Reddit.
Is it?
I was about to say, don't.
I'm sorry,
trust-
this is on Reddit Christianity?
The fuck?
Wait, there's an R Christianity.
Yes. This is on nextshark.com. Pope Francis received a coat designed with an anime-style figure of himself as a gift on his Japan trip on This is actually something that really happened.
True.
What
my
in
God,
the
this
fuck?
is
And look how happy he is, dude. Just look at the fucking how happy he is to have received this fucking coat. He
Okay,
looks
that
legitimately
made it
psyched
much
about this shit.
Well, now he has the power of God and anime on his side, after all.
What the fuck is this timeline, dude? Oh my god, man! What the fuck?
I'm having some Jim Beam when I get home because that pushed me over the edge.
And the top 2 posts on fucking r/Christianity. What timeline is this? And I mean, I can't say I wouldn't watch a Pope anime.
It already
I mean, there is.
It already exists.
You know,
It's called the
Burger.
Index. Watch it now.
Actually,
mean,
Bert, there is an anime out there. It is called Saint Young Men, and it's about
Yeah.
Jesus and Buddha living in Tokyo.
Oh
yeah,
that's true
yeah.
as well.
Ow.
That's actually a pretty good anime, actually.
I genuinely love the fact that this is just something that happens, and when I see memes of it, I just assume it didn't actually happen. Because, no, but it's no longer just Poe's lore, it's reality has become just straight up more insane than satire.
Okay, well, just
Yeah.
look at the
Is this
picture.
the old gods slowly leeching back into our universe?
This is what we are
They
going
never
to
left.
lose just the fabric of reality itself.
Well, it's like. Okay, I
Feel the warmth
cocaine in the water.
taking me.
I just posted a picture I took this morning from the grocery store I go to. We have Oreo candy canes now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even buy candy canes. And you have
Yeah.
how many? Like every they all look the same too. It's insane.
Yeah, and well, what's weird is that like right next to them, they still quote the gourmet candy canes, which are just like the old candy canes.
Do you
Oh,
get
also,
like Lebkuchen, Spekulatius, Dominosteine?
so we're talking about how reality is stranger than fiction. This also happened.
Yeah. That's wonderful. I love it.
Wait, I'm gonna post some
Wait,
pics.
what? Wow.
I'm sorry, what?
Wow.
Viacom manual copyright claimed
So-
this and rejected my
so-
dispute that it was original animation. They're effectively earning about $3 a month from stating that Jenny taking it in the butt is canon. So in retrospect, everything. Goddamn. But do you get
So
shit like this?
So I draw pictures. What the fuck is that?
Lebkuchen, Bruder. It can also look like that. Well, this is a completely different image.
Wait, is that like gingerbread?
Yes, gingerbread.
Yeah, we have that.
Okay,
but
how about-
it doesn't look like that.
Yeah, I mean it comes in different sizes.
Yeah, we have gingerbread.
How about I mean, you might know this. You've lived in Germany. You have German grandparents. How about this shit? Spekulatius.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, those Danish windmill cookies. I've had those before.
Well, yeah.
Danish, you fucking sociopath!
I hate to mention that to you, Burger, but yeah, those windmill cookies are marketed as
God damn. Oh my god.
What?
Just nuke America. I would Google Spekulatius now. I'm pretty sure that Denmark is the only country in Europe that doesn't eat it.
to be,
Also,
I mean, not to piss you off anymore, but like the Kinder Joy and the Nutella is there. It's implied to be German.
Place of origin, the Netherlands. Yeah.
Oh fuck. There you go.
Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. Yeah. What the fuck? German speculatius traditional in Westphalia and the Rhineland, that's where I'm from, is similar. It is popular throughout the country around Christmas time and usually not available at other times of year, which is just terrible. Yeah,
Well, it's like-
there is. Let me
Actually,
just
I was on,
let me
in Italy,
F3 the
you
word
get-
Denmark in here. Yeah, no Denmark in this whole entire Wikipedia article.
No, I no, I'm not joking. It's like literally those windmill cookies that like that in that fucking picture. They're in the tins of Danish Christmas
Oh my
cookies.
god, I want to fuck it. This makes
know
me
what?
wish
You know
Jeffrey
what?
Epstein
I'm just
had
gonna-
killed himself.
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, the fun way.
See, the only things that are really during Christmas time that are marketed as German are either mulled wine or mulled M-U-L-L-E-D.
Oh, Glühwein. Yeah, that's very German.
Yeah, that's German, and then like Ritter Sports is
That's
is
a
German.
Christmas thing?
Yeah.
That's just chocolate here. That's like buying chocolate. It's Rittersport. It's just a kind of chocolate.
Well, it's like the Ritter Sport marzipan and hazelnut and
Yeah,
and
that you
whatever.
can buy that all year. That has nothing to do with Christmas.
It's a Christmas thing.
This is
here.
like KFC
Well,
in
it's-
Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Berg. Talking about weird shit, right? Want to see some? Want to just see some absolute magnificence of California driving? I got to see on my way home yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just have a look at this shit. Like the
Okay, we got a high-end SUV, a bunch of trees, free matching big lots. Nice.
The fuck is this? How do you make this happen?
I don't know,
Wait,
but they were stopped
wait.
like that.
Oh wait, okay, now I see it. Now I see it. They're stuck.
And somehow, even though they drove over that white cone, like in front of the divider, they didn't
Fucking
see it and somehow didn't break it.
Genius.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Oh god, that really says something about America.
The
where
brain
it's like,
levels. The brain levels are just off the charts right now.
where it really says something about America, where it's like I automatically assume that to be the norm, and I just look at the signs to see what the fuck is wrong with this picture. It's like an SUV straddled on top of a barrier. Yeah, that's normal.
And just like for the record, Southern California has even worse driving than this.
That's one of the things I like about Germany. People know how to fucking drive.
Meanwhile, me living in Italy.
And people in Italy, they can't even drive the fucking carts in the supermarket.
No. they're all extremely good at driving. They just don't give a shit about everyone else.
Yeah, that's
Which
the
is
French.
why-
That's the French. No,
No.
Italians are just insane.
Yeah, no, but they're also really good at driving because they've had to learn to drive on the streets where everyone else is insane. I can dodge around cars that are coming towards me on my motorcycle, like stunt driver style, because that happened multiple times.
It's just mad.
Because people just, you know what? I'm just gonna pass in the opposing lane because there's no divider, so I might as well. So that happens.
Damn, dude.
Uh,
What is that, Iron Front? What are you doing?
Oh wait, it's not loading properly? Oh fuck. No, it's just supposed to be a picture I took in Wisconsin. Fuck. What the hell's going on?
What the fuck, Discord, frankly? I mean, how does this happen?
Hey, let me try it again. Sorry. There we go. Now it worked. Yeah, I found this restaurant in Wisconsin, and their sign just says "eat."
There's a place that's near my house that's a big warehouse, and it just says guns on the outside of it. I think they sell guns there. I'm not sure though.
They should have a sign that says "gay sex," and then it's an abortion.
That would be that's the Pulse nightclub.
the fuck.
The fuck, dude.
What? Exactly. I live in Orlando.
Oh. That cat looks like a bad guy.
How warm is it over there in Orlando right now?
It was 40 degrees this morning, so it's actually
In
kind of like cold for
units
Florida.
that humans would understand, please.
Okay, like
See,
10.
here's the humans understand Fahrenheit. All right, glasses
No,
of water
no.
understand Celsius.
No, inbred idiots understand Fahrenheit.
It was like 10.
That's also true. Listen, I don't want to hear the word inbred idiots from the UK.
Just
Actually, I have you know, our country
What you
has
say
raised
about
that
what
enough to be
tooth,
very
mate?
net.
Just
I mean, if I have
Okay,
to memorize
okay,
my
you
roots
know,
until 12.
You know, I'm gonna have to side with Florida Man because I saw a UK meme where you guys are saying that people who drink milk are fucking Satan. So it's like, okay,
What?
fuck that.
Well, the thing
I don't know
about me
what
is that
part
I'm
of the
not from
UK
the
you've been
UK,
paying
so I don't I look down on the British just as much as the rest of you.
Exactly. And by the way,
Well,
5 degrees Celsius is about how cold it was this morning.
Oh,
Okay,
that's nice. Our top temperature today was 6 degrees Celsius. So how the fuck does that happen?
It's currently 66 degrees Fahrenheit, so let me figure out what that is in your weird measurement system.
Just
the rest
use
of the world.
Kelvin like
18.8
civilized
degrees
beings.
Celsius right now.
It's what?
18.8 degrees Celsius right now.
Okay, here it's full.
Okay, what's 37 degrees in communist?
37 degrees in... do
It's
communists
gonna
use
be
Kelvin?
9 degrees on Saturday and Sunday. I'm gonna have to put on the fucking t-shirt. Oof,
How many-
get
how
out the
32
barbecue.
degrees in 32 degrees in what?
Stand crush the revolution.
37 degrees in communist units.
9
Or-
degrees.
no,
It's gonna be
No,
hot.
no, no. Oh, no, wait. Hang on. Sorry, I misread that. It's 37 degrees in freedom units. We need to convert it to communist units for these fucking heathens.
Okay, so if it's 37 degrees in Fahrenheit, it's 275 degrees in Kelvin, because that's, I assume, what communists use. I am not a communist, but I assume they use
Kelvin is
Kelvin.
what scientists use.
So you're saying is
Well,
that
science and virtue.
the bourgeoisie use Celsius?
Oh, man, I'm
Exactly.
crushing the bourgeois right now. And
Ugh.
that's
Are you saying communists can't be scientists? I think they can.
no.
Well, no, I'm
yeah,
just saying there's no
They put
absolute
no,
direction.
you can only be a scientist in Commieland if you go to the gulags. After all, that's what they did to Korolev.
Oh yeah, War Thunder got called racist for this tweet.
Oh, I know exactly
What?
what you're on about.
Yeah, I know it.
That's just funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the fuck!
Hell
Black
yeah!
paint. Black paint.
That is some big dick energy, literally.
To be fair, those tanks are called Black Princes. They were prototypes of the Churchill tanks. So.
No, they
Racism.
weren't prototypes of the Churchill. They were improved
Racism.
models, but they didn't upgrade the engine, so it
See,
ran
that's good, but they
5
should have used an
miles an
Italian tankette instead of that.
Yeah.
hour. It's basically like the.
Wait, have you not
basically
seen the
like
Italian
a Churchill
tankette?
Firefly because it has the 17-pounder in it.
Italian tankets look like fucking
Saying we
motorcycles, dude. They're so
should
small.
As
You're saying
usual.
we should have been in Mini Coopers with pistols out the window.
We should be like the Russians and just have Ladas and just hold AK-47s.
Yeah. Cheeky breaky and
I fucking watched like a bunch of Russian memes the other day. I needed like my Slav injection every once
Like
in a while.
memes about Russia or memes from Russia?
Both.
I want to know what a meme from Russia is like.
Fucking
I
hang on.
I follow memes from Russia Twitter account.
Is it wouldn't a meme from Russia be
Have
like
you-
that wizard cat who's just like, poof, you're gay.
Hang on.
Yeah, they're very simple.
Can we back up a second? Burger, have you never seen an Italian tankette?
I have not.
Oh God.
Is it the bike
love it.
or the tank?
yes.
That looks like a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That
Total.
looks like a mobility scooter you'd find in Walmart.
It's about as effective on the
Fuck,
battlefield as a
dude.
mobility scooter.
Those could be like. They were shit. They were basically a mobile machine
The idea
gun
behind
emplacement.
them is that they were supposed to be more mobile than normal tanks, but because
Yeah.
they're so fucking flimsy, it doesn't matter if you're fast for a tank. You're still slow because you are a tank.
You see, the
Yeah.
British
Yeah.
learned something similar in the ocean with the,
Joe Baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, that's baseball.
What the fuck?
I hate that like my local baseball team. I know like 4 different players on that team who look exactly like this. I hate that. I hate this so much.
This meme is inaccurate.
Oh yeah. Also,
Yuri is
can
the
I
crazy
just
one, not Monica.
Yeah, that's not how
Shaking
she
my
would
head.
act.
My
She's
ears
way-
hurt.
Yeah, she's way more creepy than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
could have gone better.
I'm just gonna. We were talking about the
I
Russian cat
expected them
cat
pegging
meme about poof.
involved.
Now you're gay. I'm just gonna leave this here.
Russian man sues Apple because iPhone app made him gay. Yes, now I have a boyfriend.
Wow.
And I do not know how to explain this to my parents. Fuck yeah,
Isn't it still
dude.
illegal?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
it's
you...
illegal to promote, which
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah, or
means
to have
like,
gay sex,
ma-
I think.
you gay, you
Yeah.
die.
They actually might win that lawsuit then, because if there is legislation that bans the promotion of gay sex in
Oh
Russia,
no! But if you read
then-
it, it's literally not that. It's just some dude sent him some cryptocurrency called Gaycoin, and with a
Oh.
message, "Don't judge until you try it." And this dude went like, "Okay,
See, I
I'm
thought he
gay
was
now."
saying that because he had. I thought he was saying because he had access to Grinder or something like that.
No.
Which honestly, if you were in Russia, could be an actual lawsuit you could file.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
probably.
No, they'd use Grinder to find the gays and beat them out.
Yeah, except
Hell yeah, dude.
That sounds like something they would actually do in Russia.
except
No,
you
it's-
see
it's
this.
what they do.
This is a quote from the actual
He
article.
says he felt compelled to dabble with homosexuality after receiving an app payment in a cryptocurrency called Gaycoin. Don't judge until you try, a note that came with the
Oh.
money allegedly sent. What the fuck? Oh god, imagine
He
just,
caught the
oh
big
yeah,
gay.
we take
Fuck, I'm
payments
gay
in,
now.
Visa, PayPal, cash, and also Gaycoin. You can just
God,
suck my
man.
dick right here. That's the equivalent
is
of
this real?
$5.
This isn't real, is it? The YouTube thing.
No, obviously not.
That would be
You say obviously,
absolutely
but
tremendous.
YouTube's copyright system is pretty fucked.
That
so.
would be so fucking tremendous, man. I would die of
Oh,
laughter.
I love that pic of Nessa from Pokemon Sword where her skin color has just been replaced with a Lego shirt meme.
I don't. What is the deal with her? She's a character in Pokemon. She's black apparently, and people are mad about that. And then
Yeah,
people are mad about
because Japanese artists use this thing called lighting, and because of lighting, people in the West who don't understand how skin color works get mad.
I know people will have this skin tone.
Yeah,
There's
and-
people
and-
who
Who
have-
the fuck are you looking at? 90% of the things I've seen of her is just fucking hentai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Well, that's part of the best.
That's why I was confused about it.
I
also,
mean,
man,
no,
but-
no. I'll say it's actually more accurate than they're giving credit for because the theme is all about the football stadiums, and I tell you now, 90% of players are not English.
Oh yeah.
Well, they need
Yeah.
love. You love Pokemon Sword.
No matter where you
Yeah,
are,
these
no matter
fucking-
where in the world you are,
Because most of them are like not white. In
no matter
Pokemon.
where you are in the entire world, white people are always bad at sports.
Yeah.
yeah.
Except
bad.
lifting weights.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
No, no.
That's the only
Also,
one that
Sports,
only white
the
people
white man
dominate.
is superior at, like cricket. And ice
No, dude,
hockey.
even
Indian
Well,
people are superior
fucking-
at cricket.
Yeah.
that's true.
No,
Yeah,
I know what polo.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about that. We have to see. I'm sure that I'm sure there's a polo team that's like from like Spain, not Spain, from like I don't know.
Dude, I have news for you about Spain.
I think it's a little. I think that one has a little bit more of a bias because I think it requires you to have enough money to buy a horse.
Exactly. That's the joke.
Well, I'm
To be
surprised
fair,
the
though,
Scottish aren't
I mean,
good
even-
at
we
it
even
because,
lost
I mean,
golf,
shit,
though.
poles just golf on horseback.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I didn't get that.
Gangnam Style on the pedophile. Okay, that's that meme requires a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll
You know
admit,
what?
I
don't
frankly
have that
cannot
much,
have.
I don't have that much free processing power.
Wait,
I
what
want
are
to
you
go
talking
get
about?
another beer.
Anyways, I'm
Talking about
about
furries?
to go. I'm about to head out. So I'm just gonna leave you with this, and before you finish reading it, I'm gonna fuck off. Bye.
What?
A girl. Oh wait, this is about the dude who's into like his
Oh,
girlfriend's
God,
like,
no!
Yeah,
Not this again.
I've already read this. This
Whoa.
dude is like really into cheese.
Ah.
I don't really want to know.
I've heard this one before.
Yeah.
Get it away.
No,
Somebody
no,
delete it.
Just
No, I've
Pretending
already,
like
Danny DeLito.
all right, hang on. I'll replace it with something. Hang on. There you go. Enjoy that.
Wait.
There, let me.
Oh, this is like a weeb thing. Okay. I was like, what are these things? And then I saw fuck my sister. I was like, oh, it's weeb shit. Got it.
I'll replace this crap with something wholesome.
Here we go. Here's some for Brady right here.
Why?
Oi!
You got your smile license, mate?
Oi, it's Prince Charles there. He's got a nice fucking set on him.
It's because the dentist's covered by the NHS.
Exactly. That's why your teeth fucking suck. You know, regardless of what you think about Kraut, he's fucking right. Is if you want national health care in the United States, it needs to be by the state. It can't be federal.
I don't
Why?
I don't know about that. There's
Ah.
a bunch of people who say that it would work on a federal level, but
I don't see why it wouldn't work on a
technically, if it
federal level.
on it.
Well, I mean,
It's more of like a social
the-
and like societal thing. is why.
Well, it's like
Right, you either go all in or you don't bother at all because it requires a lot of fucking money, and Americans just don't understand this concept of taxes are for the country's benefit.
see, we
No.
shouldn't be. We
Wait,
should.
hold on a second.
We,
No,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
Dude,
Hold on, hold on.
No. Let me tell this motherfucker. Taxes are not for the public's benefit. Taxes are to go into my paycheck for the military-industrial complex.
Hell
No,
yeah,
no,
dude.
hold
Don't
on,
you
hold on,
forget
hold on. No, hold up. What I'm basically trying to say is that the NHS is the worst example of public health care ever.
The NHS
The-
isn't that bad, and most of the reason why the NHS
Better than our system.
has become like worse and worse is that the Tories are trying to destroy it. Like it's like how Trump puts dickheads
Tories
in charge
are
of the EPA.
Republicans.
So but fucking Tories are like the neoliberals of the United Kingdom, and they're just destroying the NHS so they can privatize it and sell it off into the private sector to make the system more American.
It's literally the same thing that they've been doing with Social Security and with Obamacare. Like
Yeah.
they're purposely trying to make it
Tories are
shitty
going
so that
to
they can get
lose
rid of
this
it.
election.
Well, see, my thing is that we should model our if we're gonna nationalize healthcare, is that we shouldn't model it after any particular system. Is that we should adapt it to our situation, which we have 50 states.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We have 50 states. Therefore, we should have 50 different healthcare systems.
Why?
Okay, except here's what's gonna happen. For one,
The United Kingdom has 4 different countries in it. They speak different languages even.
Yeah, and look at British NHS and look at like Scottish.
The American system? Oh yes.
Right. No. Scotland's NHS system is propped
Isn't
up
the
by-
NHS ranked like number 2 or 3
Like,
in
if
the world
Scotland
in
were
terms
to
of
go
healthcare
independent,
service?
that system would collapse because they wouldn't be able to afford it.
It's basically like they have these different NHSs, but they're still ultimately federally funded.
Well, yeah, but then once it's federally funded, it's like California should run it the way they feel is best, and like Nebraska runs their national health care.
I'm just gonna.
But then you just
California
have
just
the
fucking
South
soaks
saying
up
black
half
people
the
don't
fucking
get
federal
coverage.
fund.
Well, I mean, California is a dumpster fire to begin with. I think Nebraska would.
California sinking into the
Yeah.
sea is
Why
less
would-
and less of
why
a
is
joke and more of a...
Listen, let me tell you something, okay? You're in Nebraska, right? So
Well, I'm in South Dakota. I just didn't
okay,
want
fine,
to.
sure, South
I
Dakota.
just
You're in
didn't want to
South
be an asshole.
You're in South Dakota. If
Yeah.
you take the median income of a person in South Dakota and the median income of a person of California, which one's going to be higher?
The one in California, obviously.
Right. So how are you expecting to set up an infrastructure for each individual state when each individual state would have to require on state taxes?
Well, then you just levy it from what
At
the
that
state.
point, you're just having California has
Just
a
lost
much
the election.
more robust system than the one in South Dakota would have.
Okay, but why is it that like? Okay,
No, it
now
means
the now
California can soak up much more.
yeah. See, so like, okay, look, like California puts in $2 for every $1 South Dakota puts into the federal pots. The thing is that. And,
We're not
and
talking
this
about a
is-
federal pot here, though. We're talking about state taxes versus federal taxes. If you have people with less money in your tax pool, you're going to have less money overall to set up the infrastructure for your plan.
Well, then medical care costs are going to be less out here than it is in California.
Why would the medical
Because
care cost
You
be
don't
less?
know how a national health service works, do you?
No, that's why we're looking.
why would
That's
the
why.
cost be less?
That's why I look towards Europe for examples.
Well, didn't you just say not to look towards Europe for an example? That's literally what you
No,
just
I
said.
just no. I just said don't look towards the UK, because the UK.
No, you said don't look towards a specific country.
Yeah, I was like look towards like France and Germany and
No,
Poland.
you did not. You said don't look towards a specific country. We need to tailor it to our own needs, so we should do it by the states.
Yeah. We should look at
France
like,
France has a national healthcare system too.
well,
They don't have private providers, but they have the same private care, like a universal healthcare program, which is what everyone's running. Like, I don't think anyone is running on an NHS system. everyone's running on a public not a public provider, but a public insurer.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
I mean,
I
there's like
guess
different approaches.
I guess I'm looking at this more in the same way that like the highway system is looked at, which is probably really a fucked up way to look at it. But
The
it
highway
seems like
system. We have a highway system, but we also have the interstate, and the interstate is usually pretty well tended to.
well, it's
Honestly,
still
the highways right here suck ass.
it's still like the highway system is still managed by the state. Like like
They're not
Caltrans.
interstates.
Well, like no, interstates are ran like if you look at the interstate system, like Caltrans runs all the highways in California, including the interstates. And if you look at South Dakota, everything's ran by SD-DOT, which is the South Dakota system, and it all works. It's just that's what I'm saying about healthcare is that maybe instead of like having a gigantic bureaucratic federal system, you just have individual states.
But we already have that federal system in place. We would just expand upon it.
Do you though? For healthcare?
Medicare.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's like
That's why the plan is called Medicare for all. You're just taking the existing service that we have for the elderly and to lower income people and expanding that to include everybody.
Ain't Medicare stupidly shit though?
yeah,
because it's a
yeah, 'cause it's
neoliberal
underfunded.
system. It's basically it's
not
a
really
Republican
shit, honestly.
idea
Like,
even.
the only reason Medicare is shit is when it's in comparison to other systems. Medicare in comparison to like the private systems is so much better.
I mean,
Because
it's
guess what? You don't have to
better
worry
than
about people
nothing.
denying you healthcare.
Okay. It's like like out there in California, you have like 34 million civilians or citizens in California. Here in South Dakota, we only have like 900,000. It's like if you let California manage itself with its 34 million people, and let South Dakota manage its 900,000, it would be better. It would be able to react better to
No.
But like
I understand
think
the point you're
what
making.
you,
You're
what
making
you
a
would
point
need
of-
is like an ability to inject federal cash into these systems, because
Right.
like South Dakota probably has a way bigger meth problem than California does.
Oh,
And
yeah,
California
obviously.
has a lot more rich people than South. Like the immediate, like the median income, like the taxes that are paid per person in California is also way higher. So then you have certain problems.
Yeah, out here in California, our immediate problem is the meth problem, is meth addiction and distribution. So it's like, wouldn't it be better for South Dakota to manage that using federal funds and focus on getting people off of
I'm
meth
confused what you
and
mean by
rehabilitate?
Wait, hold on. What does this have to do with medical insurance?
Well,
Not really.
That would have nothing. Like the insurance,
Well-
like what is the insurer doing about like what? I think what you're thinking is that it's some sort of like actual provider being made that is managing meth like addiction.
Yeah,
That's not what's happening. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the nation is providing insurance.
No.
to
Hey,
them.
hang on. This is why national healthcare in the United States is such a fucking problem, because the problems we have out here in South Dakota are so fucking different from.
Yeah, but the
Other-
problems they have in Glasgow are also different from the problems they have in Edinburgh. It's, of course, different areas are going to require different
Well, the point is
service
that you were saying that because they have this meth issue, right? That you need more meth rehabilitation centers, right? You need more addiction treatment centers, things like
Yeah.
that. Correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I
That
think
has nothing
that's
to do with insurance, so I don't even know why you're bringing it up. That
well,
has to do with
that's still a healthcare crisis.
yes, it
you know.
is, but it's separate from the concept of having an individual, having a single payer system.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just okay.
So
you
You two
no,
might be
I-
talking
I-
about different things at this point.
You know,
I think we are.
I understand that I might be wrong in here, but I kind of lump in drug addiction with just general health
Drug
care.
addiction is an issue, right? And guess what? The insurance company, the insurer, the federal government, the single insurer would pay for the healthcare costs of people who are addicted to drugs in South Dakota, the same way they would pay for, say, someone who falls off their bike in California. We're not talking about like setting up facilities like the NHS to cure people. We're talking about paying for the actual individual care of those people. That is a very different thing. Now, if you want to say that the NHS isn't the solution, like having like a nationalized healthcare system in America, I get that. But I don't think anyone has been running on that. Nobody has suggested in American politics.
You should have that, though. Because
I think my biggest problem is I listen to Kraut's videos way too much, and maybe Kraut doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
So the systems that are being proposed are more like Canada's system or France's system, where it is a single national insurer that pays private institutions.
See, I think ultimately is just that if, like, I do want universal healthcare in some form here in the United States. I think that's a very noble goal to have here in the United States. It's just the way we're going to implement it. It's like, is it going to be federal, or is it going to be by the state? And if it's by the state, then we have all these other issues. And it's like, I mean, ultimately at the end of the day, it's like, I have friends and family who are meth addicts and their lives are fucking ruined. And it's just, I don't see them going anywhere. And I feel like this, any kind of chance for them to get a heads up or is able to pull themselves out of the situation they're in, whether it be via a national health care or rehab or whatever you want to talk, whatever you want to say. It's just God, I
have no idea where this conversation has gone. I don't know what we're arguing about or talking about right now.
I think the ultimate thing I could say here is that America is just fucked. We're fucked.
I feel like there might still be hope.
Can I just point out the whole point of Kraut's video was not to tell you what system to have. It's how much of a commitment having a national health service requires. And it requires some side of the actual people looking after their own health better. You look at Europe and then look at America. America's health habits are
I don't buy
awful.
into this argument because of the fact that there is way more personal liability at risk whenever you don't have some sort of national healthcare system, and yet Americans are still like overweight and unhealthy. Like, that's a huge liability for our persons. Like, that's not gonna.
If you've got a massive health problem and every taxpayer is paying into everyone else's health, you're gonna, like, right now in America, it's more of, oh, I'm fat. Well, it's my choice, and I pay for it. Whereas in Europe, if you're fat, people are gonna look at you and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're a burden.
I don't listen. I've never heard anyone have the the notion of, oh, I am going to shame this fat person or judge them because they drive up the healthcare costs for me in my insurance.
I'm pretty sure that's
bill.
just a rationalization you're making to justify your negative viewpoint towards people.
Like, I saw that video by Kraut, and I heard that argument. I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? I understand the basic idea of the argument, but like, it's just not how people think.
No, well, it's like the only places where I see fat shaming, and I hate using that term fat shaming because it kind of excuses the behavior, but the only places that I see fat shaming are in the United States. I don't see that shit happening on other countries. I don't see it in Germany. I don't see it in Italy. I don't see it in the UK. Like,
I don't think you live in Germany or Italy.
Well, it's like I have family in Germany, but they never talk about it. They never talk about like fat people.
No one talks about anything at the table with their family like that because it doesn't crop up. But if a fat slob walks past you and you're like, wow, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, but you don't think, oh no, what a selfish person for driving up my medical costs.
I imagine if I like went to Germany and visited my family, it's like I wouldn't imagine that like if I was walking down the streets of like Mannheim or Frankfurt with my family that like people wouldn't be like, oh god, who the fuck let this whale off the beach? You know, because I weigh like because I'm like 6 foot. You know, because I'm like 6'2" and I weigh like 400 pounds. Yeah, I'm a fat, obese American, but I feel like I would be judged less in Germany than I would be in the United States.
Like, let me put it this way.
No. What
It's
is,
unhealthy-
you'll be judged
it's
because
unhealthy
you're
to be
American, not because you're fat.
Let me say something real quick. It's unhealthy to live in America and be overweight, and that causes lots of health issues that are pretty expensive, right? Israel has a private health insurance, and I guarantee you, a missile hitting your house is way more expensive. Has way more expensive medical costs than a fat person.
No. I know if I just like decided like tomorrow to be like, you know, if I decided to bury the hatchet with my like mother, and just said, "Hey, mom, you know, all that shit that happened before, yeah, that's under the river. Can I come live with you?" And I moved back to Germany. I would just lose. I would just lose like 70 pounds like within a year.
Well, yeah, American food is just loaded with extra shit that we don't need in it.
Yeah, in like Europe, we have regulations to stop that shit, whereas in America, it's against freedom.
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Sorry if I'm taking this. Sorry if I'm taking this topic a little bit too seriously, but it's
this is serious discussions is all we do here. We never have any fun with anything that we do. It's not like we've been posting memes in chat all the time.
Yeah, it's not like I've been completely fucking silent for the last 20 minutes.
And say whoever posted the Andrew Yin meme, bravo, that was brilliant.
I fucking love the Andrew Yin meme.
I'm gonna have to steal that.
It's just I kind of feel like I'm at the crust of seeing the United States collapse, and it's just I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it happen.
I don't think the United States is going to collapse. I think we're way more stable than people like to think. Like, honestly, if the United States was going to collapse, it would be under like the Civil War
Roman
or something.
Before Germans came over the border.
Genuinely, right?
Yeah, after their fucking empire was already split in half.
I want to be able.
That was them trying to solve the problem.
It's like I honestly wonder what happened if like the United States collapsed. Like, what would happen to like Rammstein and not the band, the actual military base?
We would go, hey, take your military stuff back. You're no longer paying the lease. This is once again our property. Goodbye, our former allies, which are a nation that has existed. What I'm much more curious about is if the US collapses, who gets the fucking nukes?
That's a good question.
Oh God!
Or
the answer,
even worse, they all go off and.
We'll see. Okay. Here's what happens when it's like, oh, who gets the nuke? It's like, who knows who knows how to run a NEC System 360 VAC system that was last updated in 1968.
Let me tell you who. A man who has a gun pointed at a nuclear engineer's head.
I don't know. That analogy doesn't quite work that well, considering the nuclear engineer has control of a bigger gun.
Oh yeah, he's gonna use the nuke against the guy who has a gun to his head.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna shoot a nuke at you.
That literally is mad, but on a smaller scale.
Tactical nuke grenade.
You also have to remember our nuclear armament system is ran on hardware from the 1960s.
Okay, if you want a serious answer to what happens to the nukes,
it's not anymore, is it?
Come up with: is there a new state that is forming out of the United States, or is it going to be more like a power grab system of like warring factions?
Nah, man,
I mean, probably that for a while.
No, like no joke. Their last update to the nuclear warning or the nuclear armament system was moving from 8-inch floppies to 5.25-inch floppies.
The reason they do that though is they do that for a very specific reason. You don't want your fucking system running on like an open network.
You don't want a system running on Windows Vista.
It would also be incredibly expensive to replace those things, and we already have a fucking military budget that's bloated out the ass.
No, honestly, if like the United States
your tanks are also outdated. They're like the 80s design.
Are you talking about the Abrams?
Yeah,
the Abrams still. Well, the Abrams still does well. What compared to what?
No, right. That's like also saying, well, the T-34 did well because you just spam it in mass numbers.
Well, I mean, okay, what's the nearest comparison to the Abrams? The T-14?
Okay, so one thing that you're not understanding, by the way, is that we usually update our designs. We add new things to it.
I am very well aware of how it works. You update the armor and the gun, but it is still the design from the 80s.
Okay.
So then why would you change it if the design is still good and you have a bunch of them lying
Well, you don't
around?
need to change it because you've got almost 100 times more than anyone else in Globe.
Exactly.
Okay, but it's like
I don't need to update this. It's like.
Oh, no, you need to update things like things like weapon systems and communications arrays, IT security, things like that. That's important to upgrade because that is changing rapidly. But the amount,
it's like
an Abrams is going to deflect a bullet just as well as any other fucking tank.
Well, it's like if you look at the T-14, which is like the newest star child from Russia, it's like the biggest advancements they made with the T-14 is that it actually doesn't kill the crew when it gets hit with a shell. It actually protects the crew, and it's like that's the only well, yeah, and an auto loader. Oh, great! It's like great. So once that breaks, you're fucked. It's like the greatest advancement.
Yeah, once the normal manual load breaks, you're also fucked.
Well, the manual loader, you have a fucking human. You fucking
the
a human
can still fail in a manual load.
You could still fucking get a human to haul a fucking 20-pound shell.
Though honestly, I would turn around and say that tanks are irrelevant. They become completely irrelevant because you're not going to have a global war.
Hey, Brady, have you ever a YouTube channel called Maximus Gaming?
No, I've heard of it. I've watched some of it, but I disagree. I think the tank is irrelevant.
I think the tank is still
You're not actually going
relevant.
to have a proper war. If you end up in a war with another actual state, it just
well, no. The point is not
war.
to have a war. The point is to project power so you don't have a war. You just
isn't that
it's all about deterrence, baby.
No, but I found something.
Power projection is
just about no threat of force. Get back up.
No, I will. Okay, just as an aside since this conversation's ending, I will give credit to the Russians on the T-14. At least they started caring about the crew and that they want to protect the crew. I will give them props to that. I still think
nearly every other nation, with the exception of Israel, has a shit tank design for protecting crew.
Well, Israel's been in a constant state of war since 1947, so. There you go.
And it has a small manpower base.
Well, regardless on whether they're the good guys or bad guys, they have been in a constant state of war.
I don't understand the concept of like why not put the engine in front so it also sponges the shot so the crew can get out.
Isn't that what the Swedish do? Don't the Swedish?
That's what the Israelites do.
Well, does it? What fucking tank does
America
war with anybody?
America, Britain, and Germany still put the engine in the back.
Well, I mean, to excuse the Americans or us, like our engine is like a $500,000 turbine. You know, so
would you rather protect the tank or the people inside the tank?
Yeah, but our tanks can go like 60 miles an hour.
And
hold on, Brady, are you asking me or are you asking the military?
Any at this point, I'm even asking my own.
Okay, Brady.
Can we just find a new stupid subject?
Okay, my perspective, Brady, on this whole thing is that when I was in the Air Force, yes, believe it or not, I was actually in the Air Force. I worked on the.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like Bob Ross, except I draw furry porn instead. Anyway.
Generate Bob Ross.
Yeah. So when I was in the Air Force, I worked on the AC-130H and U gunships, which are literally, if you look at the C-130, which Brady, you guys have in your Air Force, just the C-130, they're literally like flying garbage trucks. But yeah, we took
assholes, and that kill streak I fucking hate.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah, the AC-130 gunship. It's like we fucking took this garbage truck and we put a huge fucking cannon on it, and a bunch of mini.
It works against terrorists, though. Like if you were to use that against natural state, it'd be shot out of the sky because it's very slow.
Which is why we only use it against terrorists.
I mean, yeah, what do you think America wages most of its war against?
What do you think we waged
against?
America is going to be taken completely by surprise. If
yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
Where do you think a lot of those votes come from?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think we've been fighting against since 1991, dude?
Losing against, because terror still exists.
Heck, even.
Wait, hold on.
Technically,
If that's the standard, then, is the standard for winning a war that your enemy has to no longer exist anymore? Because if that's the case, lots of those terrorists still don't exist anymore.
Okay, so no. Here's what I was trying to say is like here's my whole hypothesis, which is actually something I will say the Russians have been doing a lot better than we have. Is that the technical? No, shut up, Brady.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm sorry. I like Brady. I honestly like Brady. No, it's just that if you've looked at the way modern warfare has gone, it's like what's been the most successful platforms. It's been the technical, a pickup truck with a big ass fucking gun in the back.
I think the most successful platform for Modern Warfare was probably the Xbox. I think that's probably what had the most sales.
I think
it was real troublesome.
The technical concept came about by the I think it was the Chadians.
Yeah, the Toyota War. I know all about it.
Literally the nation of Chad.
Well, it's like if you look at the C-130, the AC-130 gunship, that's literally a flying fucking technical. It's like we took this flying pickup truck and we strapped on a huge fucking gun to it and a bunch of other guns, and all of a sudden we're getting massive kill streaks in Call of Duty, or the wars past 9/11. So it's like the way, and I will give credit to the Russians because they've actually designed technicals, and I feel like that's the way warfare is going to. It's more of a state. Holy, is that Bernie?
Yeah, man.
He's on a run. He's running. He's running to his heart's content.
No, I just love the fact that now that Camilla Harris has dropped out, it's like Bernie's an actual, like, people are forced to take Bernie seriously.
They were taking Bernie seriously before this. Kamala dropping out is only hurting Bernie because it's consolidating fucking power behind the neoliberal wing of the Democratic Party.
True. Yeah, you're probably
to
right.
The old liberal part.
No, basically my criticism, Brady, is that like I feel like we're wasting our time with like the F-35 platform and all that shit. And it's like we should just be like strapping 50 cals to fucking Ford F-150.
Is that a picture of Paul Joseph Watson?
I think you're slightly missing the point that...
Why does Paul Joseph Watson look like the potion seller?
War is won through air superiority.
I had this one. I'm not
well,
sure.
Okay, and if it's won through air superiority, then the best form of air superiority is an AC-130 gunship. Because it can literally just sit and circle for fucking hours on end and just blast fucking cannon fire into a very specific area.
This is
you don't need a $100 million aircraft to do that. You just need a fucking C-130 with a
$1 million aircraft to protect the AC-130.
Well, the AC-130 has ECMs on it. You don't fucking need $1 million aircraft. It has ECM. Electronic countermeasures.
Like, check the fucking Paul Joseph Watson thing, dude.
Hold up.
When I saw that for the first time, I fucking died.
Wait, we're posting memes. All right, here we go. Chris Reagan.
I fucking love him so much.
Oh, I have that picture.
Damn.
But sometimes it's immune.
I have so much stuff that I need to have an opportunity to Like this.
Put him on as hard as...
What the fuck?
I put these glasses on and the pain just ends.
Professionals have standards.
Sorry, it took me a while to get that fucking Aussie one.
Oh, here we go. Since oh wait, no, that's a Doom guy. I was about to make a Halo reference. Never mind.
I like...
Isn't Halo just Doom with aliens?
I guess.
Yeah.
And it's a first-person
Think of
shooter
it like
with a muted
rip-off
power
Quake.
suit.
Think of it like rip-off Quake.
What, Halo?
Yeah. Except person.
It just get into it feels really late 90s in here because everyone's comparing first-person shooter genres to Doom.
No, I mean, I know it's a meme, but I just love the fact that we went into 2010s with like Minecraft and Halo, and we're leaving the 2010s with Minecraft and Halo.
Oh, I fucking love the fact that Minecraft isn't. What the actual fuck, dude?
Wait, Leberkäse. What does that mean? Leberkäse.
Oh my god.
Cheese.
Yeah, like my literal.
You don't. Yeah, the literal translation doesn't make sense.
Wait, is that dick cheese?
No, it's liver cheese.
Oh, I thought it was dick cheese. Okay.
It's not cheese. It's a kind of like I don't know. Let me check what exactly Leberkäse is. It's quite tasty.
No, well, it's like my assumption was, dick cheese, which is the most disgusting thing ever.
Leberkäse literally means liver cheese. Sometimes spelled Leberkäse is in Austria, in Swabia, blah blah. Is a specialty food in the south of Germany, in Austria, parts of Switzerland, similar to Bologna sausage. It consists of corned beef, pork, and bacon, and is made by grinding the ingredients finely, then baking it as a loaf in a bread pan until it has a crunchy brown crust.
That sounds really tasty and also really fucking disgusting.
It is both of those things. Yes.
I love the only way I can come is when the M1 ground pings. If I don't get that ping, I can't come. No, but it's kind of weird. Like being an American and being so invested in the American industrial military complex is like one of the things that fascinates me the most is the opinion of non-Americans on the way Americans run everything. That's why I like talking. That's why I like discussing things like that. It's weird.
It's weird how you run things, indeed.
Yeah, we are I mean, as much as we have in common with Europeans, we are still a very strange people to everybody. It's like you guys are kind of psychotic, aren't you? It's like, yes, we are.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna spoil all of Star Wars for everyone.
Oh, I've been watching The Mandalorian.
It's good.
It's a good show.
I really like the Mandalorian himself. I don't really like the Baby Yoda is cute.
Be careful what you say next. Be very careful.
I don't really give a shit about Baby Yoda.
Die.
Like
and what the fuck, dude?
He's okay. I will say, compared to like a human baby, he's way better than a human baby. But other than that,
I would fuck a green alien. I would fuck Yoda to get a baby like that.
I come in and I hear Burgess wants to fuck Yoda.
No, he wants to fuck Baby.
Okay, yes, I will say, compared to other babies, Baby Yoda is a pretty awesome baby. But in the whole scope of the Mandalorian, he really doesn't do a whole lot. What does he do?
He saved him from the giant rhino thing.
He is the MacGuffin.
He's the MacGuffin he has to save. He's the he influenced the main character from turning away from his normal ways to leave his life as a bounty hunter.
Which I don't understand why exactly, but maybe that's because I can't really see the man's facial expressions.
Also, let me just say, it's really fucking weird that the Mandalorian kind of has the same voice as Lord Mandalore, the YouTube video game reviewer. They kind of have the same voice. It really kind of fucks me up a bit.
For a moment, I thought it was the guy who did Adam Jensen, but it turns out it's Pedro Pascal from fucking Narcos.
Yeah, it's dude from Game of Thrones. Yeah, but no, it's just like their tone of voice and shit is similar to Lord Mandalore, who reviews good games on YouTube, and who's totally not Seth.
I don't understand. Since when is it like this thing where Mandalorians can't take their helmets off? Mandalorians go out only one at a time. Fucking Jango Fett had his helmet off all the time. He was like he had a full Beskar armor.
Wasn't there like a massive genocide against the Mandalorians?
But why would that lead to them not taking their fucking masks off?
Well, because to hide their identity.
But the mask is the thing that shows people they're Mandalorian.
Yeah, so it's irrelevant if to hide your identity if your identity is your helmet. If anything, you could take your helmet off as a disguise.
Yeah, that's why if they take their helmet off in public, they can't put it back on. Because then it identifies them.
No, but it's not just... But it's like they can't show their face to anyone.
Yeah, well, no, they can. But once they show their face, they can't put the helmet back on. It's not that they can't take the helmet on, take the helmet off. It's that they can't put the helmet back on.
Yeah, but that's basically the same as not being able to take it off. I mean,
well, no, because once they take their helmet off, they've been identified.
Okay, so what he's somewhat right. What it is that the helmet is their identity, and if they take it off, they're symbolically removing that identity and showing another part of them to another person.
Yeah.
So it's a spiritual thing, not a I'm gonna be identified thing.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem for me was that why does Jango Fett get to do it?
Well, because
it might have been something that was developed after the Empire took out Mandalore.
Well, it's because what was it? The Mandalorian takes place after the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but like 20 years later, they're not gonna oh, this is the time-old honored tradition of the Mandalore that we've done for thousands of years. And like 20 years ago, there was just a whole bunch of... This guy literally had copies of himself.
Look,
maybe, did you consider that maybe this is just a retcon, and also we don't really care if the prequels are retcon because they sucked?
Yeah, because the prequels were Oscar-winning masterpieces.
I've been away. Come back, and the fucking Vader meme.
Well, since we're talking about Disney, let me also remind you that Disney did this, where they've completely destroyed the Advent calendar and replaced it with the countdown calendar. Okay. Did I post that in the right channel? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what about it?
Countdown as in the one
as in a countdown till Christmas.
Yeah, it's like
why? Okay.
Okay, never mind then.
I don't. What is your?
Why?
Is this like a Happy Holidays thing?
I just thought it was kind of fucked up that they like
America. We say Advent calendar.
No, they replace Advent calendar with
Christian country.
Calendar.
It's because he's sad. There's no chocolate in it.
Probably because children don't know what the word Advent means.
Probably.
Yeah, it's like how you change it into the Sorcerer's Stone because children know what the fuck.
That's bullshit, dude. I didn't know what the Philosopher's Stone was. You know what? Actually, when I got into D&D and stuff, right? I saw the Philosopher's Stone, and I was like, "Hey, that's the same thing the Sorcerer's Stone does."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just repost this picture of these fucked up candy canes.
I mean, for one, like, you know, fucking bravo capitalism, but also what the fuck?
When I saw it, I just hyper focused on the Oreo, on the Oreo, on the
one.
I just hyper focus on the Oreo flavored candy canes.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like,
Oh, that's gonna be gross, dude. I hate chocolate flavored like hard candy. It's fucking disgusting.
yeah.
You know how like Halo, is on PC now, right?
Yeah, I can get that.
There's a video that I never thought would be relevant again. Has anyone seen Awesome Reach?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen it, and all I have to say after watching that is that, man, I wish Eagle Raptor came back and got rid of the Aaron Henson doppelganger we have right now. Man, wouldn't it be great if we had Eagle Raptor back instead of what we have now?
This is before my time.
Yeah, probably. Poor 40 out for Eagle Raptor. He died when Game Grumps became a thing.
Yeah, see, when I started getting into YouTube, that was already when Game Grumps was starting to die. So,
well, I mean, if you think it died when who the fuck is the Persian dude? Fucking Jafar.
Yes,
Jontron?
Jontron.
Yeah. Jontron, yeah.
Oh my god, you couldn't remember that.
The Persian, like the
Prince of Persia.
Well, I mean, he's Persian, isn't he?
Yeah, sure.
He's half Persian, half Hungarian.
Jontron is Persian?
Yeah.
Is he also Zoroastrian?
No.
No. He's not a real Persian to me then.
Aren't most Persians non-Zora? I'm pretty sure most of them are.
Iranians are heretics. Be burned.
Yeah,
so clearly, Brady, you were a practicing druid.
Yeah, it's like, isn't Zoroastrianism like? Doesn't that
like the fucking Persian Empire? Like,
no, like, isn't Zoroastrianism like predate like Judaism as like a?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Zoroastrianism is pretty old.
Yeah, it's
all I gotta say, dude. Fire.
And if you are to believe the Sassanids, they created all knowledge in the world, and then when Alexander came, he just like took all the books, translated the Greek, then burned the originals. That's why all the Greek.
Sounds like Alexander.
Yeah, that's that's why all the Greek. We always talk about Greek philosophers and not Persian philosophers.
Like, listen, right? I don't think that's true, but if I was told that was true, I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense.
I just
back, gentlemen, I am gonna go get myself some whiskey.
Hey, it's that Russian meme I was talking about earlier with the cat. Woo, she have autism. That's a Russian meme. Yeah, it's from VK.
You see, what they should do is replace the magic with a syringe, and it's like, you have autism, you know. Because everyone knows it. Autism. You know what annoys me, right, with anti-vaxxers, is the fact, right?
Because I guess I still play TF2, so I find this hilarious.
Is the fact, right, that they are actively picking a dead child over a child with autism. They prefer their children to be dead than have autism.
Makes sense.
Wait, are you talking about Are you talking about Antifa or anti-vax?
No, anti-vaxxers. The mentality that they have is they'd rather their child be dead than be autistic.
Oh yeah, they're fucking psychopaths.
Well, it's kind of like that one country that did the whole thing by aborting the children that have.
You should turn down your sensitivity because you're cutting out all the time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be turning up his sensitivity?
You see, I'm more interested in 2030s.
Yes.
If you don't mind me, I'm gonna be posting Half-Life 2 memes.
Yeah, but I have a problem where if I turn it down too far, you start hearing my AC.
Oh, it feels good knowing that I'm going to be able to play the new Half-Life game, and so many other people aren't because they don't have a VR system. And I didn't even play the first two Half-Life games.
I think it's just going to wallow in mediocrity.
Yeah, dude, it looks pretty good. Like honestly, VR games are lacking something
look...
like that, and it's definitely going to fill a very niche market really well.
VR games are only if you're moving in a VR game, like, and you're not in a fixed position in the game. I think it doesn't work. It's just
I disagree because I own a VR system and play Pavlov all the time.
Of course, you disagree. You spent stupid money on that device, and you want to make it out as if it was worth it.
What the fuck are you talking about? Of course it's worth it. I play it all the time. If it was a dumb purchase, I would have just said it's a dumb purchase and sold it. Not use it every day.
On this question, Berger and Brady and whoever else doesn't live in the United States, do you get these Shen Yun billboards around Christmas time?
No. I mean, I don't know, because I don't see billboards. They just are there, and I do not see what's on them.
Apparently, Shen Yun is a very they show a very skewed perspective of Chinese history that's very anti-communist, which is cool, but it's like pushed to the point of like mythology that they're presenting as reality.
Look, everyone knows China is just a land of mythics and mythology and mysticism.
it's like the biggest
that apparently can become triply immortal.
Well, it's like these Shen Yun theater performances are very popular here in the States, but they sort of present a mythological history of China that's not accurate at all. I'm just wondering if like you guys have that in Europe, because we have it all.
We
have
absolutely
it all.
might. I just do not see billboards.
No, we don't. Because we don't have billboards. That's why.
Yeah, because we like here in fucking South Dakota, we like there's like a Shen Yun billboard like 2 blocks away, and it's like that deep purple, and it just looks fucking cyberpunk as shit.
No, like I literally had like an ad for something that just really interested me. And somebody was like, hey, do you want to go to this thing that's going to be this weekend? I'm like, whoa, we have the thing this weekend? I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like a jazz concert. And it's like, whoa, we have this jazz concert? It's like, dude, it literally, there's a billboard for it immediately outside of your house. It's just, when you go out the door, it is right there.
Well, it's like, I know, I kind of share that mentality, Burger, because like I found out that the Sioux Falls Atheist Society has had a billboard like down the street from me for like the past 5 years, where they advertise like, "Is God the only answer? No." And they just been advertising atheism for like at least 20 years now on that billboard.
And it turns out you didn't know what atheism was? Is that what happened?
Well, no, I don't go out enough and notice billboards enough to see that.
People that make any sort of life decision changes from a billboard is a failure of a human.
Yeah, they have other choices they need to reconsider before looking at that billboard.
Also, I reposted this before, but I'm still pretty amazed that this happened.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is that?
What did I miss?
Wait, what?
What that?
What you just posted, what the fuck is that? Why is there anime playing in this public space?
No, this was a truck stop in the middle of Hutchinson, Kansas, and they were just like, "Hey, we're watching Food Wars. Come watch with us." In the middle of this truck stop in the middle of fucking Hutchinson, Kansas.
Okay, with Russia like seemingly being highly into hentai, I'm starting to think the bigger the bloke, the more likely he is into hentai and anime.
No, it just really surprised me that in the middle of fucking Kansas, I can find Food Wars.
Oh god, is anime
Someone's
the next
hot micing
fucking...
again. I don't know who it is, but somebody's hot micing.
It's not me. A mic icon's not lighting up.
It's probably me. I've been trying to fucking get my mic to work for a while.
That's pretty gay.
Well, seeing as I have yet to actually purchase a proper mic, I'm just gonna fuck off with it.
You know, this is... I will ruin sex for you now. You know how people say fuck during sex a lot?
Do they?
That's like saying parkour while you're doing parkour.
Hardcore parkour.
You need to go to hell, Burger. You need to go to hell and die.
Here, I finally found the picture I was looking for.
Yep, that's a Hagar.
Oh my
Hell yeah.
god. Stop.
Oh, I have an alternative of that I'm going to show. First again.
What the fuck? No, seriously. Stop.
I want it. I want it.
You know they're actually banning those hoodies from Anime Expo now.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
they are.
Why?
Yeah.
Very good reason why.
This
I don't know why you're asking that.
this blowfish meme is the weirdest shit.
Well, it's like the only way it has the only reason it's so fucking. I can fucking hear it. The only reason it's so popular is because the.
Yeah, but that's the weird part.
When Mrs. Puff getting it good.
Oh, hey, here's
All
a
right,
shout.
I'll be right back.
Here's a shout
What
out
is
to
it
where
holding? I've never seen this meme before.
Oh, it's holding a carrot.
That's a carrot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a spoof,
eating a carrot. That's a sound cone.
yeah, it's a spoof on the Kieros meme where it's a cute little puppy and it holds out a joint and is like Kieros, smoke, or whatever the fuck Kieros is.
Kieros?
Yeah, Kieros, whatever that means.
Do you want some?
Yeah, that's what Kira says.
Yeah, and it's like a big fucking blunt, and it's a cute little puppy, giving you a huge fucking blunt.
Nice.
Oh, hey, Burger, remember when I accidentally demonetized your stream with this song?
Dude, all
Wait.
of my streams are
Wait, hold on.
demonetized.
Hold on. You're getting paid for this?
No, it's just
all of
just
them are demonetized.
No, it's just like when I first started showing up, like one of the first things I posted was the "Welcome to the Cum Zone."
It is
music
such a
video.
good song. I still wake up sometimes and I have it like stuck in my head. Like, what the fuck was I dreaming, dude?
We need to have a one stream, just one stream, where we just do wholesome things and don't do anything that would get Burger demonetized.
That's the most difficult thing that anyone has ever asked.
That's impossible.
Listen, all we gotta do is bring up that list and just say only the green words.
The thing is, it's probably auto demonetized because of the other vids.
Not sure
Okay,
that's
so
how
for-
that works.
Okay, so for everything wrong in Pokemon Sword and Shield, the wild area is still pretty fucking awesome. Just because you can see Lucario, Naruto run towards your ass.
Whenever I see a Lucario.
Lucario just like Naruto runs towards you just to beat the shit out of you.
Dude, I had one of those Nerf guns, the LMG Nerf guns.
What the fuck is happening?
What the fuck are you doing?
What is happening?
Dude, the wild area in Pokemon Sword is fucking hardcore. Oh fuck, I got a bloody nose. Fuck. I'm laughing too hard.
Hey, can you guys make sense of this? I've been sitting in this for like 10 minutes. I don't understand it.
Wait, okay,
I know it has something to do with Baki. That's about all I've got.
yeah. Have you got no more?
What the fuck?
What?
This isn't JoJo. What the fuck?
No, fuck JoJo.
What the fuck?
Speaking
Yeah.
of JoJo,
Yeah, you're interested in reading manga now, Burger? You
What?
gave up on anime. Let's try out with the Baki manga.
Here you go. Here's a handy. Here's a handy guide to apples.
Okay.
Yeah, Granny Smith is the best.
I prefer Jeffrey Epstein than kill himself.
I for a moment I was like, and himself apple? A what now? No, okay. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, I played. I played Jackbox earlier, and there's we played Quiplash, and there's one of the prompts is like, there's a comic, there's like people protesting, and then one person is saying like, what are we even protesting here for? And the other guy like responds, and out of the 6 players we're playing, 4 people vote something about Epstein.
There's this thing. I really want this T-shirt. I'm not even sure that it's true, but this is the best thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. Come on, no, get closed. I mean,
Rip.
This is some next level shit, dude.
Oh my
No, talking about dream shirts. This is of course my dream shirt.
What the fuck?
I'm buying that for myself for Christmas.
That actually reminds me. I gotta show you guys the shirt I found at a metal concert once.
This
It
is
was
for my
amazing.
GF.
Oh shit! I forgot it's fucking third day. It's fucking third day.
What the fuck?
Food day.
God.
What the fuck, dude? I actually know that one. That's from the Out of Context Western Porn Memes account. That is so fucked up, dude. Goddamn.
Oh god, I kind of hate that I know the guy who runs that account. I also know the girl who runs the account that I don't know if you've seen it, the Minion as the Joker meme.
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, let me find it.
That is something that I am not surprised that exists.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, let me find her Twitter account, Party Pratt. Okay, because it's like it's like one of her posts is just like fucking taken off, and it's of this picture she took in fucking Vancouver at a coffee shop, and it's like this shows you like how do you get popular on the internet? You just post random fucking shit from your fucking hometown.
Makes sense.
Damn, dude.
Poutine.
Oh man.
This
is like put her on the fucking map of Twitter for like 15 seconds.
You know how most good tweets just go completely unappreciated? I know that's
all my tweets.
Yeah.
Oh god, that Razor. Oh god, that Lego Mandalorian tweet looks way too brutal to be Lego.
Why the fuck does it say thanks to Ray for the awesome image? That's some what?
Because
it's probably the name of a user who made it.
Yeah. You see down below bottom.
Probably made this, and their profile picture is called Ray. Their profile name is probably Ray, and so they said thanks for that.
Yeah, I imagine the bottom, the 03300, whatever the fuck is the watermark.
Just want to make a very quick important channel announcement. Oscar Jungel is making aglio e olio pasta in 8 hours.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know what
Which
that
reminds
is.
me that I should maybe announce my meetup that's happening in January.
Yeah, you probably should.
Probably kind of should, yeah. Actually, I booked my tickets the other day to go over New Year's to like Cologne and shit. And it was like, okay, I could go with the Deutsche Bahn. That would cost me 220 bucks there and from. Flying, by the way, on a fucking airplane would cost me only like 190 bucks. And then going via like long distance bus, which most of that is still by train because they also operate trains now, is 65 bucks. That's what we've arrived at in Germany, is a world where after having privatized the DB 20 years ago, it just has become a fucking laughingstock.
Dude, man, like you want to talk about fucking laughingstock? Fucking look at like I still look at like the DB bond or D bond as like, man, I wish our railroad was like that. Our fucking Amtrak is a fucking joke.
Oh yeah, obviously your shit is
Like
worse.
the DB 103 locomotive, it still looks like a badass. Do you guys still run that? Probably not.
I do not know.
Okay. It looks like a giant peanuts. Sorry.
I just opened up YouTube, and Jack Black posted a video where he has Thanksgiving with Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Nice.
The fuck?
Yep.
Okay,
And then, and right on top of that, I have Sack Fox, Thundercat, and Dental Curry talking about anime food. What the fuck?
I just want to officially announce that Jack Black is accepted as a YouTuber, because I do believe if he'd been young during when YouTube came out, he would have tried to make it as a YouTuber. So he's he's in the club.
He would have been like Gus Johnson or somebody like that.
He's in the club. He gets to. He's not Will Smith.
Oh,
exactly.
There's this Twitter account I follow called Flags Mashup Bot, and here's they mashed up the flag of Uganda with the pure national state of Bolivia, and this is what it looks like.
That's okay.
I was like, hey, that's the flag of Germany and the state of war, I suppose.
I thought that was Belgium.
No,
Well,
Belgium has yellow in its flag. This one's gold, bitch. And also, the Belgian flag is a different orientation.
You also got to
Belgium
remember.
doesn't exist, so.
Well, you also got to remember
also true.
Belgium is what happens when you're Switzerland, but you don't want to have an army.
Just host the EU.
Yeah, and then just anybody with tanks just runs over you.
What the fuck, dude?
No.
I mean, 2019 is almost over, so I suppose that has not happened, but what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's Sony, so, you know.
They're probably working on it.
We can only
That's
dream.
an epic prank there. That is.
Hang on. I want to get Burger's reaction to this.
Okay.
That's pretty good there.
Okay.
Which one is that
Like-
one? Silent Cow?
Wait, okay, so what's the name of Zuckerberg's dog again?
How the fuck? Fucking Facebook? Dog
There's only one German flag to me.
Don't Google the name of Lovecraft's cat.
I know.
Oh, I know the name of Lovecraft's cat.
Yeah, me too. It's Necromancer Cat.
Sure.
She's fucking
Sure, that's
Zuckerberg
exactly what
calling
it
his
was.
dog Wetback or some shit. This is a good one. I have to save this.
Okay. I'm scrolling through my Spotify rap. You know, I'm metalhead, so like my most listened song in both spring and winter is like like heavy metal songs, like death metal, avant-garde metal, and then it's like summer. It's fucking Zach Fox. I got depression. Jesus is the one. Parody rap song. Epic.
I'm pissed off about the whole Half-Life Alex thing.
Well, yeah,
they could have
because
literally just done Half-Life 3. They could have called this Half-Life 3. Done.
They don't know what 3 is. People keep asking for it. They don't know what that word is.
Well, see, to be fair, it's like they could have said like it could have been just for index.
Well, I don't think they're not calling Half-Life 3 probably because it isn't the main storyline.
Yeah. Well,
they should have made a fucking game with the main storyline, eh?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, they're like saying like, oh, you don't
Take
need
your crumbs and like it.
You don't need an index headset. You can have HTC or you can use Oculus if you want. You know, they're not being like EA levels of.
I want a fucking index. Those things are cool.
Oh yeah, I want index too, but I'm not fucking rich.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. Brady said that VR is a waste of money.
Yeah.
No, I said doing it for anything like shooters and whatnot would be a waste of money. I
Oh,
think
but
it's
it's
great
okay for
for
porn.
pilot sims and driving
Great for
sims.
porn, actually.
It's amazing. Hold on, porn is a first-person shooter though.
I just like how Lucario just has a permanent. It just has a permanent Naruto run. It's so cute. I want to pick on it as a nerd.
Brady, do you get like nauseous when you're in VR or something?
No.
Because I know there's a lot of people who like can't handle smooth locomotion in VR games, and I don't ever have an issue with it.
Weird flex, but okay.
Not flexing, it just would explain why you think it's not like a shooter game is not good. And
I've never tried.
I think it's
actual
perfect
VR, but I
for
really
racing
want to.
sims and pilot sims where you're in a fixed position.
well, that's what I'm saying. Is you're saying that because
I mean, it's not really a flex.
like I don't get nauseous from smooth locomotion mechanics in VR games. So
This,
like
this
I
is
think
my
it's
weird
great.
flex. This is my weird flex, right? Cilantro tastes like soap to me. That's my weird flex because
Yeah,
I
if you're
haven't
allergic
tasted
to it.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my weird flex. My ears work.
No, they don't.
Yeah, well, I don't get
I don't
sick in
believe you.
VR. I don't get.
My
get sick
weird flex is that my allergies are so bad they actually fuck with my.
Well,
I get allergies on a clear day with no pollen.
okay, I never had allergies until a while ago when I moved to Florida, and then like my body just like wanted to shut down because it was so full of mucus. Because of
the salt and it just.
No, it was the winter. The evergreens down there in the winter they pollinate, and it just like fucking clogged every pore of my
You found
body.
your one true weakness.
And it's like I can never be in Florida in wintertime because
The
I
one
will
natural poison that will.
Yeah,
destroy
I
your
will.
body.
If I go to Florida in the wintertime, I will fucking die.
Holy shit! Cal Kalinski's dad died of cancer.
Oh no!
Not recently. It's Bernie tweeted, "Have you ever postponed or skipped getting healthcare you need due to the cost?" And he says, "My dad had
he
didn't have
mentioned
health
it.
insurance, so he went to the chiropractor instead of the doctor for back pain."
I remember he said that.
Yeah, the chiropractor said, "Keep coming, we'll fix it." A year later, he was in the emergency room. The pain got worse. It was cancer that had metastasized to his spine. He died.
Well, see, that's your problem there. You went to a chiropractor. You should have went to a real doctor.
Yeah, but he didn't have the money.
Chiropractors are great. What the fuck?
He didn't have
but
the money to go with
he's not
doctors.
gonna be able to help you with that. But I'm
So
gonna.
had he gone to the doctor and it had been nothing, he would have had to pay a large amount of money for basically nothing. So most people just don't go to the doctor because why would you go to the doctor?
See, I don't
See,
go to the
I
doctor
think-
because I'm lazy.
I think the American healthcare system is
But
brilliant.
why would you wait?
No, no,
Wait, why
no,
would
no.
you throw away your money going
Right.
to a chiropractor?
Yeah,
If
it's like
you
Because
could
the
have gotten
chiropractor
such
is
Yes,
better
it is
service.
cheaper.
It's cheaper.
That's how I see it. It's like if I have limited funds, I go to the person that
he had back pain as well. He didn't have cancer and decided to go to a chiropractor. He had back pain, so he's like, well, I can't afford to go to the doctor and do this because I'm insurance.
Chiropractors are not fucking doctors. They're not real people. I mean, they are real people.
Why are you yelling at me?
Chiropractors aren't people. Chiropractors aren't people. We all heard it.
Chiropractors actually help you when you fucking back pain.
That was my point, motherfucker.
Chiropractors are actually just androids.
I mean, they're really horrible.
They're big
really
machines with a hamster running around in a wheel inside of it.
They're charlatans. They're charlatans. That was the word I was looking for. They're charlatans.
Are not doctors. Congratulations. That's not the point.
Chiropractors are actually machines with little hands running around on hamster wheels in their head.
The point I was making, right?
I hope
a lot of people go to a chiropractor because they want their back cracked. And a massage.
I wish that was I wish that was me autistically screaming. Chiropractors are not people.
Give me 5 minutes, Cody. I'll fix you right up.
I need to head out. I got early.
Did you know that when you go to the chiropractor, they actually make you into a chiropractor?
Stream's not going to be on for much longer too. So
yeah. So fat dab.
Oh, have you guys seen Count Dacula's video where he talks about his travels in the United States?
Yes.
I don't usually like watching Count Dacula because he has he talks about politics a lot because that's like a lot of what his.
Well, I mean,
he has the worst takes. He just has the worst fucking takes.
Worst. Yeah, it's just cringy. Honestly, I had to stop following him on Twitter because of it.
I mean,
I like watching his Mad Lads series. I love Mad Lads.
What take?
Mad Lads is good, and I also think he's funny. But whenever he opens his mouth about politics, like with the sole exception of the freedom of speech issue, all of his takes are garbage.
Yeah, because he's hyper focused on freedom of speech. That's all he cares about is freedom of speech. He doesn't really.
No, but even then, though, right? Like, I remember he was doing a response video to somebody, and someone mentioned, like, liberals and college campuses being having their speech taken away, and he's like, "Huh, that never happens." Like, and in America, there are specifically laws.
I don't remember him saying that.
I think you don't understand what sarcasm is.
I can pull up the video. No, he was not sarcastic. He says, "I have never seen an instance of that happening."
well, basically, what I just want to say is maybe when Berger eventually comes to the United States, he should probably come in the wintertime when it's not fucking 100 degrees across the entire country, because that's like Dankula's biggest complaint was that it was so fucking hot everywhere.
Oh, dude, I spent my childhood in Spain, so I'm good with heat.
Spain is like a nice heat,
dude.
We're talking
Spain
about
is like north of Carolina.
Yeah, true, actually, it's a Mediterranean.
Spain is. Let's put it this way.
But
Maine is on the same level as Britain.
In near Cologne, right?
Whoa! What the fuck did you just say?
No, I grew up near Cologne, and that's the worst kind of heat because it is super humid in summer.
Oh, geez, that's like all of Texas and like the Midwest. It's just you walk out and you're like, wait, is this sweat or is this water? And you realize it's both.
It's
and then
disgusting.
You realize, yeah, you're just like, why did I even bother taking a shower? I'm already soaking wet.
Yeah, I
could have just broke out the soap
like prime season, so.
No, it's just like wintertime. Yeah, it's cold as fuck, but you can still go out and shoot all the guns and eat all the burgers and eat deep dish pizza and look at heroin addicts and meth addicts, which is
maybe partake a little.
I sometimes wish Columbus was right and it was just ocean and there was no landmass.
No, it's just when Dankula was talking about like walking through West Hollywood, and he's just like, yeah, I had to step around the guy who was in the middle of the sidewalk shooting up heroin. I'm just like, Yeah, that's how it is for most
that makes
cities.
sense.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
it's like yeah, you're gonna find that in a lot of cities.
Well, you don't
in
see people
America.
like shooting it up there, but you see people strung out in the street. Like normally they go in an alleyway to do that.
Yeah, it's
To
like
get out of plain view.
Yeah, it's like my most recent experience with like a meth addict was just like it was just like I was like you know it was like last week I went to go do laundry at the laundromat and I opened the door and there's this dude just fucking spazzing out on the floor. I'm just like, I guess I'm going to the other laundromats because I don't want to deal with this. It's like I don't know if he was on heroin or meth. It was he was on the ground just fucking foaming at the mouth. I'm like,
I think America right now is what the Qing dynasty was after it was flooded with drugs. Like it's naively believing that everything is fine. but
Is
it
the
is about to
Mexicans are just
collapse.
trying to incite the Boxer Rebellion so they can invade. We will just bomb them full of crystal meth, then we're gonna go up there, and then we can all go to America.
I will say if that's the case, man, their food is fucking amazing. I love.
Well, so was the British when we turned up in China.
Well, you got what? Fucking bread sandwiches? Yeah, fuck
Look,
that.
I'm one of the few people who enjoy British food, and I gotta say,
Well, at that
you're not well
time,
known
I'm
for your
pretty sure
cuisine.
we also called Indian British because that is apparently the most popular dish in England is Indian.
That's true.
No, there's this Mexican place a couple blocks down from me called Gilberto's, and they have a burrito called the Arizona. It's fucking amazing. It's just like it's potatoes and jalapenos and habanero and steak. It's fucking awesome.
There's jalapenos.
And habaneros.
Jalapenos.
And jalapenos.
On
Oh wait,
habaneros.
hang on, I gotta okay
Jalapenos.
because you're talking redneck. I gotta find this video. Okay, so you guys know? Have you guys heard about the huge chemical plant that exploded down in Texas like last week?
Yeah, we heard about that because we heard about that.
Yeah, let me find.
Say I know a guy.
Or not.
I gotta find this video. It's like of a security cam footage of like a grandpa, like while the plant was exploding and him freaking out, and it's just like the funniest thing I ever saw. It's like he runs out of his fucking house in just his underwear, and he hikes up his underwear, and he's just like, holy like while he's hiking up his underwear, he just screams, holy shit! Fuck, where the fuck is it? God damn it.
Oh damn. It's gonna be time to end the stream in like any second now, so
yeah.
You got 10 seconds. Go.
5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's not the video.
Here we go. Here we go. Grandpa's reaction to plant explosion. It's a Reddit video, so I hope he can tolerate it.
And post.
Post everything.
Okay.
Spam.
Nothing's happening right now. It's still loading. Eyes of freedom. Yeah, so Reddit's fucking Discord's being slow on my end of shit.
It's being slow everywhere, I think.
Yeah, it's being dead. There is no video here to be seen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sad noises.
No, it's Discord's fault. They're being a piece of shit. Anyway.
True.
Yeah. It's just when Grandpa censors up his underwear, you know shit's about to go down.
Thank you very much for watching this live stream. I'm now going to shut off this live stream.
Gay sex, gay sex, gay sex.